not looking for anything serious. We just not
With
lining
you.
up. We not.
Yeah.
We're like
But that's okay.
you know
But
what I'm saying?
that goes back to last conversation. People not accepting the truth. Like you don't have to be my everything. Our relationship isn't going to be always sunshine and rainbows and perfect. Like the reality is this is not meeting my need. But instead of people being able to accept, okay, this connection isn't for me, let me go find one that is, we get offended and we hold on to that offense instead of taking it as a, okay, this thing wasn't meant for me, so I'm gonna move on to the thing that is. I It's like if it's meant for you, it's for you. If it's not, why are you mad about it?
Once again, it took you and me a long time to come to the understanding point.
Yes, I know.
Oh my god. Oh my
But
god.
again, that comes back to that place of self-awareness. Like I'm not going to force myself into a situation that I don't fit in. It just
No.
doesn't make any sense to me. Like this situation isn't fitting, it's not feeling right. So why am I going to keep forcing it? So I don't feel rejected, so my feelings don't get hurt.
So your feelings don't get hurt, so that person doesn't feel bad, and you remain being the nice guy, or the
Right,
nice or the nice lady, or the nice person, or whatever gender neutral
but why
term you
is
want to use.
recognizing that this situation is not for me or not meeting my needs, why does that make you a bad person?
Again, somebody has to be the villain.
That's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate because it's like if everybody thought this way, the world would be a lot more easier. But the way everything is, it's full of excitement and it's messy.
Yeah.
So you gotta navigate through the messiness. Nothing is
Yeah.
ever going to be perfect. So getting with somebody and having them think that, or having them feel like the relationship is going to be one full of like greatness and love and all of that. That's the ideal, right?
Right.
We want that. I speak of it with great passion and vision, and when I project it when I'm talking to somebody to the point where they're eating it up like it's catnip or it's whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Tapioca pudding, whatever kind of pudding they like or whatever, and they're
Okay.
eating it up. And so as they're eating it up, they're envisioning themselves to be in that person for me. And then when it's all said and done, something somewhere down the line doesn't line up.
Right.
Now they've already fell in love with the idea, but to me, there is a disconnect, and they still feel the connection. I don't feel the connection,
Right.
and it's the truth. I don't feel the connection. Am I in love with you? No. Do I love you as a person? Yes. But
Right.
they're not going to ask those questions because they don't want to know the truth. Because to them, knowing the truth will ruin their whole entire life.
Rejection.
Or, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people get rejection. Rejection is hard though. So
Yeah.
and then and then it's like that's when that whole thing is. Oh, I'm done with you. Don't talk to me ever again.
Right. You don't exist in my
You
world.
don't exist. You're in my world. We're done. And
Yeah.
so those are the relationships I don't maintain because shit done happened already. Done got to that point. You know what I mean? It's different. It's very interesting and it's different. So everybody's always the world is messy. The world is messy. Love is messy.
Love is
Really,
messy.
love is messy. It's never neat. It's never neat. And
So then,
we
go
try to
ahead.
make it, but no, we try to make it neat, but it's not. That's all I want to say.
And I wholeheartedly agree with that. And so then my question again, another question. So if you're the person on the other side of that, like your partner is in a relationship or has maintains a relationship with their ex, what like tips do you have for navigating that?
Um, for me, I would tell any guy like in that situation, just remember, they chose you. They could have chose anybody else. They could have been talking to anybody else. Before y'all became a couple, before anything was done, there was late night conversations. There was dinners. There was dates. There was texts.
Right.
All of that. At the end of the day, they still chose you. And that person that was their ex was still there. So, needless to say, if they wanted to be with them, they would be with them. They
Right.
chose you. And you yourself have to be confident in knowing that
Yes.
they chose you. And if you're not confident in that, then by all means, why are you with that person?
Okay. And that really comes back down to one, being able to check your insecurities, being able to effectively communicate them. Like, this is, triggering me. It's making me feel some kind of way. Being able to verbalize that and having a partner that says, I feel you. How can I support you? Because this relationship is going to be here, but how can we work through this? Right. But then also being able to check not only your insecurities, but your jealousy, which is stemming from your insecurity. So when you're feeling like acting in some kind of jealous way, being able to communicate that this thing makes me feel like doing this thing over here. So how can we, right?
It's
That
the
communication part. Yeah.
it's the communication part, but then it's also it's very hard too because it also requires a great deal of self discipline and putting your pride to the side. Because
Self-awareness.
it's very hard because you gotta put that male pride, that female pride. You gotta put and when I say put it to the side, I don't mean blatantly let somebody disrespect you or come out their face to you or treat
Right.
you or to make you feel like you ain't nobody. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that having that conversation is respect. A person not trying to have that conversation is no respect because the relationship is here. It ain't going anywhere. They here. They not going anywhere. You can feel all the type of way you want. They not going anywhere.
Right.
So you have to be okay with that. And if you not, I'm sorry. I really want this to work out. But if it's a problem for you, it will always be a problem for you. And if you feel like, oh, I've been with you for 4 or 5 years and I feel like this is the one thing that's holding us back, it's not holding me back, it's holding you back. Because then I'm
Right.
going to ask you, why does it bother you? Do I not make you, is everything that I'm doing for you not enough
Right.
to the point for you
Right.
to focus on that my relationship, my friendship relationship with someone else that clearly I'm not alone with 24/7. I'm not
Right.
alone with 7 days a week. I don't talk to as much as I talk to you. So what is it about them that makes you feel the way that you feel? You have to want to internalize that yourself and have that work done on yourself with yourself about that because there's nothing I can do to fix that because if it's not this, it's going to be something else, and then if it's
Right.
not that, it's going to be something else, then it's going to be something else, then it's going to be something else, then it's going to be to the point where we no longer can I can no longer stand you and you can no
Right.
longer stand me and we can no longer tolerate each other. I'm catching the patterns before it starts.
And there's a
And
lot of people. Go ahead.
no, no, catching the pattern before it starts. And if you want to stay with us, you want us to still be together, we got to put in the work of self reflection and why we feel the way that we feel.
Right.
That's it.
There are a lot of people that feel like, out of respect for me, you need to end this relationship. But for me, I don't feel like that's respect. I feel
Nope.
like that's control.
Yep.
And it goes back to, again, like what you were saying, like, what is it about this thing that makes you feel? But there are so many people that believe that. Like, I was talking to somebody and they were like, well, because you were intimate with this person, that connection I feel like is disrespectful. So you can talk to somebody you're not intimate with, but y'all have this super high sexual tension and you want to be intimate with that person, and that's okay because y'all never had sex before, but can't connect with somebody because we've been intimate. Like, I feel like those are the same things. Like,
No,
if
no,
there's a
they are.
connection, there's a connection. It doesn't
They-
matter whether you've acted on it or not. There's a connection, right?
Yeah, it's like a person, and I've heard people say that too. It's like it's a disrespect to you. Well, then I guess you're gonna, and this is where the savagery of me comes in. Well, I guess you're gonna feel disrespect. Yo, say up. This is where the savagery comes into
Sit in
me.
your disrespect.
Yeah, you gonna soak in that. You gonna soak in that mug, and you gonna drink it too. And I'm gonna be like
Oh.
this. You see the juice
Oh
I'm
gosh.
drinking? You see the juice
Yeah,
I'm
the,
drinking?
the
It's
baby poop.
awful. It's awesome. It's awful. But I'm gonna drink it and look at you. This is awful, but I know what I'm taking. I know what I'm drinking. How about you?
But it's good for you.
Yeah.
It's good, so you drink
What are you drinking? What are you drinking? Bitterness? Saltiness?
Right.
Okay. So you go ahead and drink that. Because the person ain't going nowhere. That's not a disrespect. What's disrespectful is you want me to leave, stop a connection with somebody who helped me be the person
Right.
that you love today, who
Right.
played a role in the person that you like and enjoy being with today. Nah, we good. We good. They I don't understand. Like seriously, why do you feel that way? Ask yourself, internalize why do you feel that way? If I'm with you 24/7, if I'm talking to you every day, if I'm with you every day,
Right.
I make you a priority.
Focus on
I'm
our
doing
connection.
all focus on ours and maintaining that.
Right.
Everybody else ain't your problem. Just like everybody else on your side ain't my problem.
Right.
It becomes my problem when it disrupts our dynamic. And dynamic mean you ain't putting me first. You're
Right.
not making me feel like I'm first. You're making me feel like I'm set. You're making me feel like I'm third.
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
that comes back to the boundaries part of it. Like if we're in a relationship, you have an ex, and every time your ex calls, you're leaving our quality time to go talk to your ex. Like
Nah.
that's a boundary thing, right?
Yeah.
That's
Nah.
impacting our dynamic, right?
Nah. I hit you with a yo. You good? Yeah, I'm all right. All right, cool. I'm
Right.
with my lady. I'll talk to you later.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where that effective communication on all fronts comes into play, and having that respect not only for yourself, but for your new relationship, being able to say, this is my priority. Yes, we have a friendship. I love you. I appreciate you. But this right here is a priority.
Yeah, and it's like so. Let's just say we chilling, right? And then you hit me up and you got a question or you need a favor done where I can either Google it, text it for you, this, that, and the third. If I can handle it within less than 5 minutes and it doesn't disrupt what I got going on, you're gonna have to wait until I'm done. That's all it is. And if you can't wait, then hey, figure it out yourself.
Right.
Ain't no difference. But if you finna try to make me feel bad about it, now you tripping. Now you tripping. And
Right.
now you must have forgot your place. And it sounds harsh, but you must have forgot your place. You are no longer top billing. You're no longer first. So you really need to check yourself at this point, because we can either still be friends or we can be acquaintances. And if we're acquaintances, that means we social media friends only, bro. You
Mm.
hit me up. You hit me up on the book only. That's it. You may hit me up on Snap, and good thing I got Snap. When you hit me up on Snap, I'll get to it when I get to it. You know what I mean? Straight
So
up.
you create a hierarchy. Current
Yes.
relationship at the top. Everybody else trickles in where they trickle in.
Yeah. Nah, don't get me wrong. Now, like I said, I got one that's like, yo, you hit me up, yo, I'm gonna come through for you. I'm also gonna bring my girl with me because she's with me at the time, so obviously. But I'm not gonna be like, no, let me drop you off first. No, come with me because this is my friend. You know what I mean? You're my friend. She's my lady. I'm gonna go help out a friend. All right,
Right.
cool. Now, if you ask me, did y'all sleep together? Yeah. You're my friend. She's my friend. What? I'm sorry.
Right. But it's not,
Nah.
are we currently? No.
There we go.
Right.
There we go. How long ago did y'all sleep together? I think it was like high school or something, or 2012. I mean, what year is it right now? 2023.
Right.
8 years ago. Right, bro. You
Right.
harboring over something over 8 years ago, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's got something to do with you.
That
And you need to
insecurity.
you
Yeah.
need to check yourself. I ain't nothing I can do about that.
Right.
There's nothing. Literally, there's nothing that can be said or done to help all that. And then it's like.